Okay, boys and girls, today we're on page 42 in your practice book, and this is for lesson number 9 about inferences. This is work you should have done already. I'm just going to go through it, write down answers so you can check your work. And let's start with the directions. It says to write complete sentences to answer the questions about Shredder Man's secret identity. Then write the sentence or phrase that helps you answer each question. Now, if you are unsure how to do this, one strategy you could use is to let me do the first one to see how I work my way through the problem. Then you can pause the video and do numbers 2 and 3 on your own. Resume the video to check your work. All right, I'm going to start with the first one. What is the new problem in chapter 12? And the new problem in chapter 12 is that I need to zoom in here so I can write. Again, complete sentences starting with a capital letter. The new problem is that Bubba might know that Nolan capital N for Nolan, is Shredder Man. And Shredder Man's a name also, so that needs to be a capital S. So Bubba might know that Nolan is Shredder Man. That's Nolan's problem in chapter 12. I got a period at the end. Okay. What is the sentence or phrase that tells me that? Now this needs to come from the book, and the one that tells me that is could, Nolan asks himself, could he have really found out it was me? Now there's a really good chance you don't know the answer to that sentence or phrase, or don't remember it specifically. So that's where a good reader will go back into the book, or into the chapter in this case, and find the sentence, okay? So sometimes we have to do some research to find the exact sentence that proves our point. Okay, question number 2. Why do you think Bubba was taken out of the classroom? Well, probably because the principal, capital T to start my sentence, right? The principal saw the website. Now they give me a lot of room here, right? So maybe more than just that information. So maybe the principal saw the website, get rid of my period here, and knows what Bubba did, right? So because the video and pictures, they all showed Bubba in action. Knows what Bubba did. There we go. Now I have a little bit more information. And, you know, you could keep writing and maybe even say, oh, I think Bubba's going to be punished now. And what's the sentence or phrase that proves my answer? Okay. Well, I believe it was the teacher who said, this is a quote, so I'm going to put my quotation marks. He said, thank Shredder Man he's the one who shed light on the situation, right? Because all the kids were grateful of what was happening. He's the one who shed light on the situation. Again, this is a case where I go back into your book to find the specific sentence that proves my answer for number 2. And let's go to number 3. It says, read Nolan's response to Bubba's email on page 111. Tell why you think it's a good or bad response. And I'm going to write, now this is a lot here, so I'm just going to write my one answer that I would give. And I would write, I think it's a good response. So I'm going to use the question, tell why you think it's a good or bad response. I'm going to use that to start my answer. I think it's a good response. I'm going to write a little quicker here. Some of it's in cursive. I think it's a good response. Now I can't just stop there. I need to be able to give my explanation. So, comma, because, now I can give my reason. It shows Bubba that Shredder Man is not afraid of him. Okay. It will also help Bubba see that everyone is mad. Okay. So I can just write Bubba will see that everyone is mad. So what I'm doing is I'm connecting the story to my answer to prove why I think it's a good response. And, you know, they're mad at him for the way he's treating them, obviously. And I would also say it's good that Nolan doesn't get mad, okay? It's good that Nolan doesn't get mad at Bubba and threaten him. So in other words, it's good that Nolan did not act the way Bubba does. Okay? Now, my proof, the sentence or phrase in the story. And that's where Nolan replied and said, let me change my pen color so it's a little easier to follow. He said, now this is a direct quote from the book, so I'm writing exactly what the book said, so I need to put it in quotation marks. I'm everyone you've ever beaten up or threatened. Right, because the question was, who is this Shredder Man? And the answer is, I'm everyone you've ever beaten up or threatened. So it could be anyone, or it could be all of them, right? So there again, I just gave my proof and to my first answer. Okay, the prediction, I can't really tell you what your prediction is. Just make sure you've written a complete sentence. Make sure you've used reasoning from things that have already happened in our story, and to make your prediction of what may happen in the future. Okay, boys and girls, that's go ahead and take your time to make corrections if you need to. Your words do not have to exactly match mine, of course, just as long as the message is roughly the same. As always, this is Mr. P, and I'm out.